Did you know that over 34 million Americans live with type 2 diabetes, and many of them are unaware that they are increasing their risk of developing dementia? Diabetes isn't just about high blood sugar. It can literally change how your brain functions, affecting memory, cognition, and even raising the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Research shows that people with type 2 diabetes are up to twice as likely to face problems like Alzheimer's. Imagine the impact this could have on your quality of life and that of your family. In this article, we'll explore the alarming connection between type 2 diabetes and dementia, understand why managing blood sugar is essential to protect your brain, and share practical tips to help preserve both your mental and physical health. If you're interested in living longer and better, stay with us until the end. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with more content like this. Type 2 diabetes. How it affects the body. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic condition that affects how the body processes glucose, the main energy source for cells. In countries like the United States, Canada, and much of Europe, modern lifestyles, with diets rich in processed foods, high sugar intake, and sedentary routines, have driven the increase in this disease. The problem begins with insulin resistance, where the body stops responding properly to this crucial hormone. Insulin is responsible for transporting glucose from the blood into cells. When resistance occurs, sugar levels remain high in the bloodstream, triggering a cascade of problems: weight gain, inflammation, chronic fatigue, and even damage to blood vessels and nerves. Many symptoms of type 2 diabetes can go unnoticed. Persistent fatigue, blurry vision, excessive thirst, or even slight weight loss can be overlooked in the early stages. However, these changes in the body signal that something is wrong. This condition is especially prevalent among people with exhausting work routines, long hours spent sitting at desks, and diets filled with quick meals rich in simple carbohydrates. If this sounds familiar, it's even more critical to understand how high glucose levels affect not only the body, but also the brain, and that's exactly what we'll cover in the next section. The connection between diabetes and dementia. Researchers have been studying the relationship between type 2 diabetes and dementia for decades. But recent findings are alarming. A Harvard study revealed that dementia rates rise significantly in individuals diagnosed with diabetes. The earlier diabetes develops, the greater the risk of severe cognitive problems later in life. Why is this connection so strong? It all starts in the brain. Like other parts of the body, the brain needs glucose to function. When glucose levels are poorly regulated, the brain suffers. Insulin resistance impacts key areas like the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. This can lead to memory lapses, mental confusion, and, in severe cases, dementia. Furthermore, type 2 diabetes increases inflammation in both the body and the brain. Prolonged inflammation can damage brain cells, disrupting communication between them. This is one of the reasons people with diabetes often experience brain fog, that sensation of mental cloudiness that makes simple tasks like remembering where you left your keys or solving a work problem feel challenging. If you or someone you care about lives with diabetes, it's essential to recognize these signs. In the next section, we'll explore how to identify common neurological symptoms and take action before it's too late. Brain warning signs for people with diabetes. How can you tell if diabetes is starting to affect the brain? The first sign is the previously mentioned brain fog, a persistent feeling of mental fatigue and difficulty concentrating. This symptom is common after meals high in carbohydrates or during periods of very high or very low blood sugar levels. Another important sign is difficulty remembering simple things, such as appointments, dates, or even words in everyday conversations. In countries like Canada and the US, where people live in highly stimulating environments, these lapses are often mistaken for stress or mental overload. However, if they occur frequently, they may indicate something more serious. Mood changes are also common. Many patients report episodes of irritability or depression. This happens because unregulated glucose levels can directly affect neurotransmitters responsible for emotional well-being. Finally, a decline in the ability to solve problems or learn new things is a critical warning sign. Routine activities, such as managing finances or following a recipe, may become challenging. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, it's time to act. Fortunately, there are simple and effective steps to protect brain health, which we'll discuss in the next section. Preventing and managing diabetes. To protect the brain, keeping blood glucose levels under control is the best way to reduce the impact of type 2 diabetes on the brain. A balanced diet rich in fresh, low-fat foods is essential. In North America and Europe, where fast food is abundant, replacing burgers and sodas with home-cooked meals featuring vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates can make a significant difference. Regular physical activity is another cornerstone. Simple activities like walking for 30 minutes a day, cycling, or even dancing can help improve insulin sensitivity and protect the brain. If you spend a lot of time sitting at work, consider taking active breaks to stretch or walk around the office. Avoiding excessive alcohol and quitting smoking are indispensable steps. These habits not only harm cardiovascular health, but also increase the risk of brain damage. Finally, adhere strictly to the treatment plan recommended by your doctor. Regularly check your glucose levels, keep your appointments, and monitor your A1C. Remember, small changes can have a huge impact on your health over time. The importance of early prevention. With an aging population and rising obesity rates in many Western countries, preventing type 2 diabetes has become a priority. Studies show that starting early by adjusting eating habits and physical activity can help avoid serious complications in the future. This is especially important for those with a family history of diabetes or who are already showing signs of prediabetes. If you've noticed that you feel more fatigued than usual or are struggling to maintain a healthy weight, see a doctor immediately. Investing in prevention also means paying attention to mental health. Setting aside time for meditation, hobbies, or quality moments with family can reduce stress and improve emotional balance. After all, physical and mental health go hand in hand. Take care of your body, protect your brain. The connection between type 2 diabetes and dementia highlights how crucial it is to care for both metabolic and brain health. Small lifestyle changes, such as adjusting your diet and adopting healthy habits, can make all the difference. Speaking of which, did you know that choosing the right proteins can help maintain balanced blood sugar levels and even protect your brain? In our next video, we'll reveal the 8 best meats for diabetics, which not only help control blood sugar, but also provide the nutrients necessary for improving overall health. See you there.